Right, okay. So with the soles of the feet together and the knees out to the side, let's just begin to shift our awareness into our bodies and breath. Just taking these few minutes at the start of class as always, just to really kind of change our awareness, our conscious state. And you may find that you have your own tools for doing this. You don't necessarily have to follow my lead in this section. If you're someone who has your own practice of meditation, then by all means use your own tools or system to get into a conscious state. But I always find that that idea of tracking through the body is just a really good way of tuning into the physical sensations. And of course the physical sensations are always in the present. You can't imagine a feeling. Well, you can imagine an emotional feeling, but it's hard to imagine a sensation feeling. They are always in the moment. And in this same way, sometimes pain can be a useful tool for being in the present. There's nothing like acute pain for bringing you into the present moment. Of course, it's not pleasant, but if you do find yourself in that position, then use that feeling, that sensation, to just keep you aware. So tracking through the body, starting at the tips of the toes and just gently moving your awareness up through your body. Noticing areas where you feel tight or uncomfortable. Noticing areas that feel free tonight, that maybe normally are a little tight or uncomfortable. Or maybe just tuning into, now that you've been doing yoga a while, tuning into the awareness of your own body in the sense that every time you know that there's a little niggle there or there's a little bit of a tightness or resistance there, because that is your anatomy. And when you get up towards the shoulders and neck, just really notice if you're carrying a lot of the day's tension there. Notice if you've been holding patterns of rigidity through this area of the body. Maybe you've been sitting and working or driving. Now notice if there's tension in the face. We often have tension in the forehead through frowning or through concentrating, or tension in the jaw if you tend to clench your jaw when you're focused or stressed. And now we'll start to really focus on the breathing. So beginning to really belly breathe now, taking all the breath into the belly area, allowing the belly to rise as you inhale and fall as you exhale, and deepening and lengthening that belly breath. Slowing it right down to the fullest, slowest length of your own breath capacity. And then if you feel comfortable to do so, shifting into your 3-part breath, working first into the belly, then to the rib cage, finishing in the chest, and then breathing out from the chest, from the ribs and from the belly. Just find your own rhythm of breath. It's got to be the longest and fullest breath that you can manage without causing any stress in the body. And then at the end of the next round of breath, just release the exercise and also just let go of any focus or attention that you have, and just let the body and the mind settle into their natural state for a moment. And then gently draw the knees together and hug them into your chest and rock from side to side. And we'll just start with our regular warm-up routine just to get the body and the mind ready for the stronger flow. Let's take the arms to the side, dropping the knees to the right, turning the head to the left. Find that twist through the spine. You'll feel it mainly in the lower back, but then if you focus on squeezing the shoulders down into the floor, you'll also get the twist higher up into the thoracic spine. Settle into your breath. And then pulling the tummy in, bringing the knees up and over the other way. And again, allowing the lower back that twist, and then into the mid-thoracic as you squeeze the shoulders into the floor. And then we'll bring the legs up and we'll cross the right ankle over the left knee. Pull that left knee in. And begin to work into the hip and glute, moving through any tightness and resistance. And then we'll extend that right leg up into a hamstring stretch, pressing the heel up towards the ceiling. And just again settling into the breath. And then let's swap sides. We'll cross the left ankle over the right knee and then pull the right knee in. And then move that into the hamstring stretch, extending that left leg up. Good, and release. Let's move it into happy baby pose. Just give the hips another opportunity to open in a slightly different way, more into the inner groins. And then we'll rock up to sitting and we'll stretch the legs out, taking that hamstring stretch and also into the arms, upper back, into the lats. Just breathe space into the back ribs. And let's release and swing the legs around. And just set up your 4-point kneeling. And then just start to move through cat-cow, finding that vinyasa of breath. And also really beginning to move your spine to more flexibility. Also a great sequence to really engage through the core. As I said last week, you can really focus on drawing the upper back muscles down as you lift your head, and then really pressing the mat away and opening into the upper back, and also relaxing the core, the belly muscles in your cow, and fully engaging through the belly muscles in your cat pose. And then we'll sink back onto the heels, stretch out into your child's pose, reach the fingertips forwards. And let's walk the hands back, let's just tuck the toes under, sit back on the heels. But just be careful, see how it feels there. And let's take eagle arms here, just to stretch into the back of the neck and shoulders. And the other side. Great, let's push back into down dog and just start to pedal out the heels. Such a good Achilles and calf stretch when you walk out the dog. And then if you want to get into the hips a little bit, into your single dog on each side. I always get a really nice hip pop when I do that. Feels good. Let's step the right foot between the hands, drop the back knee to the floor. Once you create more flexibility in the body, you start to get some of that popping. So if you're getting some of that popping in your body, like, especially, do you know what I mean? When your joints pop, it means that you've got flexibility and that the joint can move around a bit. And what happens is air gets into the joint and then you sort of pop it out. So it's a good thing. It shows that you've got some flexibility there. Never bad. But when you do yoga as long as me, you end up sounding a bit like that sort of bubble wrap you get. That's me in the mornings. Pop, 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 pop. Let's swap the legs round. And then lifting up. Good, let's step forwards with the back foot, just hang for a moment. And release the hands, roll up through the spine. Coming up to stand, we'll interlace the hands behind the back, push the chest forwards. And the other way. And let's shake everything out. Great. We'll start to flow. Some days I need to pop my hips so badly, because if they don't pop, sometimes it can pull on your knees and other things. So sometimes I'm like literally in town or whatever, and I can feel that my hips need to pop. And there's only two ways I can do it. I can either do it in single-legged down dog, so like pop, I've already done them, so they won't do them again. Or I can do like and then they'll pop. So I'm literally walking through town and I'm like looking around, making sure no one's watching, and I'm like, and my husband is like, what are you doing? He just thinks it's the most embarrassing thing in the world. And I'm like, my knees out, I've got to pop my hips. He's like, just thinks I'm absolutely ridiculous. Feels so much better afterwards though. Okay, we're going to take a round of sun salutation. And then we'll work through our sequence, and as I said, then we'll begin to speed things up a bit. Taking that deep breath, get the breath settled. Let's start to move. Inhaling, the arms lift. Exhale, folding to the floor. We'll step the right leg back, drop the knee, and we'll take our 3 pulses here. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, sinking the hips, getting deeper with each exhale. Oh, that was another one. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands to the floor. And we'll step to plank. And we'll just hold our plank for a moment, thinking of all our core and shoulder strength in last week's session, and just recreating that strength now in our plank. Let's push forwards through the toes, knees, chest, hover the chin. Very good, and release down to the floor. So let's think. From Chris, drop the knees. Can you bend them that way, or does that hurt into the shoulder? Okay, so I would drop the knees and just sink the hips to the floor. And until the shoulder's completely well, don't worry about building up tricep strength. That we can do later. Good, let's take a baby cobra here. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, pushing back into child's pose, stretching the arms forward. Chris, can you just remind me exactly where and what? Oh, it's elbow. I was thinking shoulder. On both sides? Right, okay. So which... Bending them that way? Bending them that way? Okay.
I feel I need to strengthen the forearms. I think that's what I need to do, and probably the shoulders to take some of the weight off the elbows.
Right, okay. So I would come, plank is okay?
Yeah.
Okay, just come to plank for me now. And then drop the knees. And then just see how that feels. A little bit uncomfortable? Right, then from there, I would just hold this, because that's going to build up your strength. And then from there, I would just go into your back bend, and then back into child or dog. And I just wouldn't bother with the bending down, because actually this is quite strengthening anyway. Okay. Tucking the toes into downward facing dog. Let's take a pulse here. Inhale, up onto the toes. Exhale, squeeze the heels down. 2 more. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Good. And then let's lift the right leg into single-legged dog and really just take a moment squeezing the left heel down, stretching into the back of the left leg. And then option, if you wish, to come to high plank, knee to nose, working the core as we did last week, pressing the mat away. And let's step the right foot between the hands and drop the back knee. Good. Let's inhale, the arms lift. Exhale, pulsing down. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Hands come down. Inhale, step forwards, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rolling up to stand, floating the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Left side, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Step the left leg back, drop the knee. Let's take our 3 pulses. Inhale, up. Exhale, pulsing down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Hands come down as you exhale. Inhale, stepping to plank. And let's just hold plank. Keep the breath steady. Great. Knees, chest, chin. And release down. Inhale, high cobra into your back bend. Good. Push back into child's pose. Reset the breath for a moment. Tucking toes into downward facing dog. Once again, 3 pulses. Inhale, rise up onto the toes. Exhale, squeeze the heels down. 2 more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. And then lifting the left leg, stretching the right heel down to the earth, really feeling that hamstring. Sorry, the right heel, really feeling that hamstring. And then option to bring knee to nose into high plank and working through the core. And then everyone stepping the left foot between the hands. Back knee drops, 3 pulses. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, lowering down. Good. 2 more. In and exhale. 1 more time. Good. Hands come down. Inhale, stepping forwards. Half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Catching hold of the ankles Let's get a bit deeper into our forward bend. Release, soften the knees, roll up through the spine. Inhaling, arms lift. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good, take a deep breath in. Okay, so we're going to move on into our sequence, but we'll take it a bit steadier. Let's inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold. Right leg steps back. Keeping the knee lifted, we'll place the right palm down and lift the left hand up into our twist. Rotating through the shoulders, lifting up through the left fingertips, lifting your belly off your thigh, straightening your back knee. Good. On the exhale, hands come down. Inhale, stepping to plank. Good. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And just stretch it back into child's pose once again. A couple of breaths here. Tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Once again, right leg lifts into single dog as you inhale. Option, exhale, knee to nose. Hold it there for a breath. And then we're all going to step the right foot outside the right hand, turning the back heel down to the floor and lifting the left arm up. So we're in the same side twist. Keep the hips low, the back leg straight, steadying out the breath. And then we're going to move this into Parsvakonasana, so reaching the left arm all the way over the ear towards the front of the room. Keeping the lunge there. Take another breath. And then inhale, coming up to Warrior Two, using your strong legs to bring you up. We're going to straighten the front knee, push the hips back, reach through the right hand and find triangle pose. So it's a slightly longer triangle than we would normally take. Pulling that left shoulder back again, drawing the right shoulder under, feeling length through both sides of the body. Let's take 2 breaths here. Good, and then we'll bring both hands to the floor, lifting the back heel, bending the front leg. Let's take a breath or 2 in lizard lunge, either keeping the back knee straight, or you can drop the back knee. Option to come to the elbows and just get a stretch into the front right hip. Good. Coming back to the hands, let's find that twist, right hand down, left hand down, right hand up. Breathe into the ribs as you rotate the shoulders. And we're going back to single-legged dog here. So hands come down and you step that right foot back and up into the air. So you're either going to hold single dog or once again bring the knee to the nose and press the mat away. Opportunity to engage through the core. And then we're going to step the foot between the hands this time. Still turning the back heel down, coming up for Warrior One. So heel to heel alignment. Back foot to 45 degrees, shoulders and hips turning forwards, that's it. And let's put the pulse in. Inhale, straightening the front leg. Exhale, sinking low. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. And then get nice and deep into Warrior One. Hold it there for a breath. And let's open into Warrior Two. Same again, let's put the pulse in. Inhale, up. Exhale, pulse it deeper. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. And then nice and deep into your Warrior Two. Squeeze open the front knee, pull the back hip round, reach through the fingertips. I'm afraid we're not done yet. We're going to side angle pose again. So either resting the elbow on the knee or sliding the hand to the floor, or option to bind. You drop the right arm under the right thigh, catch the hands behind the back. And then everyone peel left shoulder back. Couple more breaths here. And then wherever you are, straighten your front knee. Keep everything else the same, just straighten the front knee. Great. And let's release. Take both hands to the floor. Lift your back heel. Step forwards as you inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Release and roll up through the spine, inhaling the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's do the left side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back, left palm down, right hand up. And just take a moment to focus on that twist. Lift the belly up. Push the back heel away, rotate the shoulders. And then hands down and we step to plank. Take a moment to find your core, and really lift up and engage through the belly. Push forwards, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And we'll just take child's pose to reset for a moment. And then tucking the toes, let's move it to dog. Option to inhale, left leg up, and then come to high plank, knee to nose, lifting up through the belly, finding that core strength. And then we're all stepping outside the left hand, turning the back heel down, and lifting the right arm up. So just take a moment with the hand pointing straight up to the ceiling to rotate the shoulders as much as you can and keep the hips low. Engage through the belly. And then slowly float the arm over into side angle pose. Still finding strength through the arm as you reach through the fingers. And then using the strength of the legs to bring you up through Warrior Two, just as a transition. And then straighten the front leg, push the hips away, reach through the left fingers, and find your long triangle pose. Let's bring the hands to the floor, lifting the back heel, and let's take a moment in lizard lunge. We won't do lizard lunge on the flow, the faster flow, but you can come into it now for a couple of breaths. And then we'll come back and find the twist, so back knee up if you've dropped it, right hand down and left hand up. And then the hands come down and we're back to single-legged plank. Left leg lifts back up into the air, feel that stretch through the hip. And then if you've been doing so, knee to nose once more, lifting up through the belly, pushing the mat away. And then we land the left foot between the hands this time, back heel turning down, heels line up, and we float up to Warrior One. Good. And then we'll take a pulse. Inhale up, exhale lower. Two more. Inhale lift, exhale pulse. One more time. A nice deep lunge. And then we'll open to Warrior Two. And we'll find that pulse again. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, lower. Two more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more. And then deep lunge into Warrior Two for a moment, for a breath. And then keep your lower body as it is as you just find Parsvakonasana, either hand to floor, elbow to knee, or binding. And then everyone pulling the right shoulder back as much as you can. And finally straightening the front knee. Great. Let's release and step forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, grabbing the ankles and folding forwards. And releasing, rolling up through the spine. Inhaling, the arms lift up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Just take a deep breath in. And exhale away. Well done, shake it out. Well, that felt exhausting and we haven't even done it at speed yet. Oh, so tired today. It's going to be fine. The adrenaline will get me through. You're right, it's hot as well. Oh, let me just catch my breath. I shared with you last week that my cat, you didn't know, but my cat caught COVID, cat COVID, not like human COVID, and apparently it's quite common in cats. You can't catch it between humans and cats. It's like their own variant of COVID. But in about 5% of cases, and normally in nice breeds, expensive cats, it mutates into this peritonitis, and it's fatal. They all die. They've all died. Like thousands of cats die from it every year. And their lungs fill up with fluid and they can't breathe. And that was him about 2 weeks ago. He was literally lying on the vet's table like, and the vet was like, we've got to put him down. It was terrible. I'm laughing about it now, but it was awful. I was like, oh. And anyway, we said no, and we went home and we did some research. My husband's that kind of man, he will like look everything up to death before kind of giving in. So he spent like all night researching it and discovered that because of human COVID, they've found one of the medicines they've used on humans has worked in this cat feline peritonitis, and it's only just become available in the last month, and our vet didn't even know about it. So we informed her and told her about it, and she ended up it's 84 days of injections. So I've been getting up at 7 every day and driving him to the vet before it opens, and he's been getting these in, and it's going to go on for like 12 weeks. So I'm like, I'm not used to getting up that early, but yeah, and I have to like wake him, I have to get him up early and put like, anesthetic on him and then drive him to the vet. And anyway, he's alive, so it's okay, but yes, it's been, fingers crossed he'll survive. A little baby, so sweet, he's been very brave. But anyway, today I'm a bit like, it's taking its toll. I've only got another 10 and 11 and a half weeks, it'll be fine. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Okay, let's flow. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold. Right leg back, left hand up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Option, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, step it outside the hand and turn the back heel down. Exhale. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, over the ear to Parsvakonasana. Inhale, come up to warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front knee, push the hips away. Inhale, into triangle pose. Exhale, left hand to floor. Inhale, right hand up to the twist. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Inhale, single dog, right leg up into the air. Exhale, step it through, back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, pulse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, pulse. Inhale, side angle pose of your choice. Option, exhale, bind. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, step forwards. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Exhale, Samasthitihi. Left side, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Left leg back, inhale, right hand up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, dog. Option, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. And step it outside the left hand. On the next inhale, right arm up. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, up to warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front knee. Inhale, triangle pose. Exhale, right hand to the floor, back heel up. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Inhale, left leg into single dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, step it to the floor and exhale, back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, pulse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, pulse. Inhale, side angle pose. Exhale, option to bind. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, step forwards. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, Samasthiti. Once more time through, even less moves. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Right leg back, left hand up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it outside the right hand. Inhale, left hand up, back heel down. Exhale, coming up to stand. Inhale, straighten the knee. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, left hand to floor. Exhale, right hand up. Inhale, step to single-legged dog, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle pose. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, step forwards, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Final side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Left leg back, right hand up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it outside the hand. Inhale, right hand lifts. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, triangle pose. Exhale, right hand to floor. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, single plank, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, Parsvakonasana. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, step forwards. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Samasthiti, exhale. Good, take a couple of breaths. Hopefully that raised the heart rate a little. Got the blood flowing. Well done, shake everything out. Good work. Okay, we're going to move on to it's a fairly short balance sequence. We're going to do the same here. We're going to run it through once, holding things a little bit longer, and then we'll quick flow it, maybe just once, maybe twice. We'll see how we get on with it. Probably just once. Balancing quickly is quite challenging. So, when you're ready, front of the mat, breath steady. And let's inhale, the arms lift up. Exhale, hands to the floor. We're going to step the right leg back, but we're going to turn the heel down and lift the right hand up. So we're going to start with this one on the way out. And then we move from here to half moon balance. So look just in front of your left big toe. Plant your hand there and see if you can lift the back foot straight up to half moon. If you can't, hop the back foot in a couple of times and then give it a try. Find your balance there. And then slowly transition both hands down to the floor as you turn your hips down, and then kick the back foot up high and bring the head towards the knee for standing splits. Square the hips up even more as you lift the arms towards warrior three. And now we flex the back foot and lower the back leg a little. Find your balance. Steady breath. Good, and then we're going to slowly bend the front knee until we can tap the back foot down and take the hands to the floor. Stepping to plank and lowering chaturanga into up dog or cobra, and then take our child's pose. Reset the breath for a moment.
Tucking the toes, moving to down dog. As before, right leg lifts on an inhale. If you wish, knee to nose. Take another breath there. And then we're going to step the foot between the hands, keeping the left palm down and lifting the right hand up. And we're in our twist. And then, in exactly the same way, we're going to take twisted half moon balance. So you look down towards your right big toe, place the left hand in front of the foot, and then if you can, just launch straight up with the back leg, otherwise hop it in first. And then, once you're balanced, try and twist your shoulders a little bit more to try and turn your chest towards the windows. And then square everything back up and make your way to Warrior Three one more time. Come to stand, inhale, the arms lift up. Samasthiti. If you feel a bit dizzy, just close the eyes for a moment. I sort of brought you up to standing a bit fast then. Good, let's do the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Left leg back, heel turns down, right hand lifts. Sorry, left hand lifts. Sorry, Chris. That was a nasty twist on the knee there. Rotate the shoulders. Look down towards your front big toe. Plant the right hand in front and then lift the back leg or hop it in first and find half moon balance. Good. Slowly bring both hands to the floor as you kick up the back foot and walk the head to the knee or the hands back into your standing split. And then square shoulders and hips a little more, lift the gaze and find Warrior Three. Strong core, flex the back foot. Slowly bend the front knee until the back foot touches down, both hands down. Step to plank. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Up dog cobra. And child's pose. Take a couple of breaths there. Tucking toes, downward facing dog. Again, option to lift left leg and bring knee to nose. And then step it between the hands, keep the right palm down, lift the left hand up, find your twist. Lift your back heel, Tina. For this one, that's it. And then plant the right hand in front of the left foot, lift up the back leg, twisted half moon. And then rotate the shoulders as much as you can towards the wall, the chest towards the wall. And then finally, square everything back up, fix your gaze, and float to Warrior Three. And then slowly come up to stand, inhaling the arms up. Exhale. Reset the breath for a moment. And then shake out. Well done. So it's a really tricky balancing sequence. It's even trickier when we move it one breath per move. The best thing is just not to think too hard. Just let the body float. And if you don't get into the balances, that's fine. Just, if you're coming to half moon from here and you just get to there and you don't even get the foot off the floor, that's fine, And then you can move to standing split from there. And again, if your Warrior Three looks like that, but just keep flowing. It's about the breath, really. Let's take a deep breath here. Exhale. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Right leg back, heel goes down. Right hand lifts up, inhale. Exhale, plant the left hand. Inhale, find half moon. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, square the hips. Inhale, Warrior Three. Exhale, bend the front knee, tap the foot down, and inhale, hands to the floor. Exhale, plank. Inhale there. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, land it between the hands. Exhale. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, plant the left hand. Inhale, back leg lifts, twisted half moon. Exhale, inhale, warrior three. Exhale, feet together. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Left leg back, heel down. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, plant the right hand. Inhale, half moon. Exhale, hands to floor. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, coming up to warrior three. Inhale. Exhale, bend the front leg, tap the foot down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale there. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, plant the right hand. Inhale, twisted half moon. Exhale there. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms come up. Samastiti. Good, and then just shake everything out. Well done, everybody. Hopefully the heart rates went up a little. Good. I know mine did. Okay. Let's slow things down a little bit and get into some flexibility work. Coming to the front of the mat, and of course some core work. We always must do our core work. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step to plank. Now here in plank, you've got the choice of, we're going to do 3 little tricep push-ups. Oh, this is terrible for you, isn't it? I've just thought. What you can do is some of this stuff. Yeah, really good opposite arm and leg. Anyone can do that if you prefer. But what I would like us to do is either with the knees up or the knees down. We're just going to first do tricep push-ups where you see my elbows bend backwards and brush my ribs, and my hands aren't very wide. And after we've done a set or 2 of those, we're going to have wider hands. Now they're as wide as my mat, and my elbows go out to the side. These are chest press-ups, and again, knees up or down, your choice. And then we're going to take some breaks in between. So let's find plank. Hands are a little bit narrow. Index fingers point forwards, and your elbows are going to brush your ribs. Knees up or down. 3 tricep push-ups, lowering down as far as you can, which may not be very far, and then push back up. 3, 2, and 1. Let's push back into child's pose, stretch it out. Coming back to plank, hands are as wide as your mat, and now your middle finger points forwards. Knees up or down, chest press-ups, elbows out to the side for 3, for 2, and 1. And then we push back, child's pose. One more set of each. Let's bring narrow hands, index fingers pointing forwards. Elbows brush ribs, coming down for 3, and 2, and 1. This time we'll take a threaded child, right arm under left, and sink the hips back. And final set, chest press-ups, middle finger points forwards, hands wider, elbows out for 3, for 2, and 1. Threading the left arm under this time and taking child's pose. Good, and then just coming up to sit from here, we're going to swing the legs around and come to Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. We'll take a more passive variation first, making that diamond shape with the legs, hands out in front, and we just walk the fingertips forwards and allow your spine to curve naturally as you drop your head down towards your feet. And then we'll slowly crawl the hands back in, and this time bring the heels as close in to your pelvis as you can. Oh, need another pop. Okay, grab a hold of the feet, lift and lengthen the spine, and with a flat back, slowly draw your chest towards your feet. And then round your spine and bring your head towards your feet. And then we'll lift up and just straighten your legs out in front, give them a little shake out. And then we'll just bend the knees, place the feet flat to the floor, and just rest your forehead on your knees for a moment. And then we come to the abdominal section. So we're going to either take modified Navasana with the feet on the floor, or full Navasana, and we're going to take 5 breaths 3 times. So either keeping the feet flat on the floor and leaning back as far as you can, feeling that engagement, or picking up the feet. Well, 5 counts rather than 5 slow breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Just rest the head on the knees for a couple of seconds only. And then back for our second round, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release again. And then our final round, coming up, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release the head onto the knees. And then just finishing off by working the obliques. You can either keep the feet up or down, and you're going to bring the fists and you're going to try and tap or towards tap, maybe not actually tap, the elbow from side to side, working the oblique muscles. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll slowly roll down onto the back, hugging the knees in. Actually, let's stretch the arms and legs away from each other to lengthen out all of that core area. And then this month we've been working on the glutes through our warm-up stretch rather than through pigeon or one of the upright variations. So bending the knees, you're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee and hug the left knee in, just as we've done in our warm-up, but hopefully as we're a bit warmer we might be able to pull that knee in a little deeper. Then if that feels okay, you're going to move to level 2, where you straighten the left leg and catch behind the calf. But keep pushing the right knee away from you. Maybe your right elbow can push the right knee away, or your right upper arm. And then level 3, if that's still got some flexibility, you can just hug the right knee in by wrapping your elbows around the foot and the knee, and then just hugging it in towards your chest and lowering the left leg onto the floor. And then whichever variation you're in, start to move the leg across the body by pushing the foot towards the left wall. And keep hugging it in, pulling it in. And then if you're not there, place the ankle back over the knee. And then everyone take the arms out to the sides, and you're going to twist, but listen, I want the inside of the right foot and the inside of the right knee to touch the floor, and the outside of the left foot So you twist that whole leg down to the floor, inside of the right foot and the inside of the right knee towards the floor. And then if your right shoulder's lifting, gently guide, press it back down into the floor, and you should feel a different kind of twist through the spine here. Good, and then bring the legs back up and hug them into the chest. Release out your spine. And then we're going to place the feet flat on the floor and do the other side. So left ankle crosses over right knee, pull the right knee into the chest. Or straighten the right leg and grab the back of the calf. Or hug your inner elbows around the foot and the knee and take the right leg to the floor. And then start to push the foot towards the window, moving the legs slightly across the body. And then ankle over knee, take the arms wide and slowly twist to take the inside of the left foot and the knee to the floor. And then start to squeeze the left shoulder back down. And then gently release, bringing the knees back up, hugging the knees into the chest. Rock a little from side to side. And then we'll place the feet flat to the floor. Heels close to the hips, about a hip's width apart, hands by the sides. Push down the lower back into the floor as you roll up through the spine. And then start to walk the shoulders in towards each other as you push the hips up high. Breathe into the back bend for a moment. And then slowly coming down, just rock the knees from side to side. And let's go up again, pushing the hips up high, shoulders in towards each other. This time, tiptoe the feet in together until they're touching. Bring the knees to touch and lift the right leg out in front with the knees connected. And push the hips up high, working the left glute before you slowly lower the hips to the floor. And then release, hug the knees in. And final time, set up regular bridge, come into the back bend first. Push the hips up. And then snuggle the feet together, knees together, left leg extends, knees stayed locked. Press into the right foot, get the hips as high as you can, and then slowly release. Hug the knees into the chest. And then let's just move into happy baby pose. And release, hug the knees into the chest, and we'll just go up into shoulder stand for our final finishing sequence. You can modify shoulder stand, holding the hips, or you can go up into full shoulder stand, hands on the back. Steady the breath and find that stillness of body and mind for a moment. And then slowly lowering into plough pose. And then drop the knees onto your forehead or squeeze your ears. And then slowly roll it down. And let's come up into fish pose, pushing through the elbows, dropping the crown of the head back. And lifting the chest as high as you can. And then slowly releasing down. Hug the knees into the chest one more time. Take the arms wide, twist both knees to the right, reach through the fingers. And then bring them up and over the other way. And then slowly make your way to Shavasana, allowing the body to find that release on the floor. The feet just softly fall out to the sides, arms slightly away from the body, palms up. And just allow the body and the breath a moment to settle. And then we'll just start to switch to this month's meditation or breath awareness exercise, as it's also easy to consider it as that. As you inhale, you're just going to say in your mind the word so. As you exhale, hum. So as you inhale, and hum as you exhale. And the breath is a conscious breath, so not quite your natural breath that's completely automatic in the body, but it's not as conscious as your yoga breath. So it's somewhere between the two. It's a little softer than the yoga breathing, but it's a little longer and deeper than your body's natural breath. And every time the mind starts thinking, just bring it back to the mantra. So on the inhale, hum on the exhale.
And then at the end of the next round, just let go of the mantra and let go of the breath conscious state, and just allow the body to take over full control of the breath. Let the mind be free. And then gently wriggling your fingers and toes. Stretch the arms up over the head. Take that deep inhale. And exhale. And again, deep inhale. And exhale. And then hugging the knees into the chest. Slowly make your way up to a seated position. Bringing the hands to the heart, let's just find a moment of gratitude for our lives, our health, our families, and this practice of yoga. We acknowledge the light that shines within us. Om Shanti Namaste. Namaste, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Well done, everyone. Oh, it's not really enough light, is it? Ooh, and that's a bit too much light.